Alright guys, today, since we're in quarantine, today's going to be a good day to go ahead and try to put together the swing set that has been sitting in my driveway for a couple of weeks. So I gotta get this box open, see if I can figure it out. And we got some wood over here we need to take back to the back to the location. This one is Plateau, I think's the name of it. And it's got like 3 different, this one's the bronze, the cheap one. So we'll see. Let's get to moving everything around first. Alright, so we're on step 1 here. All of our tool needs here: level, squares, ladder, shovel, hammer, some wrenches, sockets, drill. So we got that. So the first thing we're gonna do is, we got a big box of all kinds of stuff, so I think it's just going to be easier just to move it as we need it. So we're going to grab out the pieces for step 1, which is going to be these screws and these 39-inch 2x4s, and then we need 2 8-foot 2x4s. So I'll show you what I mean by all this. We got 2 boxes of stuff here. We just got all kinds of pieces. But you can see, maybe they're all marked pretty decently. So we're gonna find the ones we need first and go from there. All right, guys. So today we're gonna do the play set, and it actually does come with the all the bits that you need. So it's got most of this pre-drilling is going to be with a 1/8-inch bit. And I went ahead and I've got steps 1 and 2 done where we build these pieces like this, and everything's pre-drilled, and they got this little fancy outline here, this little template for you to follow, and on the directions it'll tell you, this is our next step that we're going to do, but on our directions here it'll tell you which holes that you need to use in the template for which board that you're marking. So we're going to go, what I've been doing here, it tells you to mark them, with a pencil and then pre-drill. What I've just been doing is taking the board when I know I need, I figure out which boards I need. And these are marked, they're not marked that well though, so you really need to double check all the lengths before you start drilling. But most of them are marked pretty decent. And so we know that we need 4 of these. And they're going to be using this hole, and this hole. So what I've been doing is just taking my drill here, and I haven't been marking them at all. I just been going in here with the drill and then getting it started with the drill bit, and then I lay it down on the boards that it's going to screw to, and then I go ahead and drill all the way through and then screw it. So that's been working well for me. So we're going to go ahead. I got the first piece over there done, and this is the second piece, and then we got to use these boards to basically connect them up like that. That's the next step. So we'll go ahead and get to it. Well, we're getting there. Drill died, so we got to charge it back up. And we're sitting them down like that, pre-drilling, then drilling, or then screwing. And got to put this one on, then another one on the end there, and then this will be, the frame will be, you know, the start of the frame will be done. There's only about 1,000,000 steps of this thing, so we're on step 3. The step we're on. So once we get done with this, the next thing will be to start putting the brackets on the inside, stand it up. I'll probably go ahead and just leave it laying down and put the brackets on, and then I'll stand it up. Try to do as much of it here as I can without it getting too heavy, and then we'll move it where we want it. So in the next half a dozen steps are going to be putting brackets and bolts on after this. So wait for the battery charge and we'll get to it. Just as a side note, guys, you know, these directions are pretty good. Better than some other projects I've had. But it does, you know, it asks you to pre-drill everything. So you really just need to use your head on that. These already come pre-drilled here on these boards, but they want you to pre-drill all the way, and you're going right in the center of this 2x4. There's no reason to pre-drill that, so I didn't. I just went straight in. And then the other thing that it'll ask you to do quite a bit is it'll ask you to line up your holes, which you should use this. And it'll ask you to mark them, all right? And then it has a little countersink. It has an 1/8 inch bit with a countersink on the end of it. So it'll tell you to pre-drill the board with that first, and then take your regular 1/8 inch bit, and then pre-drill all the way back. Continue to pre-drill all the way through. And that's just, I mean, it's ridiculous. That's just too much time. So. You don't need to countersink these. I mean, you just tighten them down to where they're not sticking up. There's no reason to countersink as long as you can get them flat. So I don't even mark it. So I'm just sitting it there and then coming in with my 1/8 inch drill bit, and then just drilling straight down through with the regular 1/8 inch drill bit without the countersink. And that's saving a lot of time. So you'll just have to think about that stuff when you're putting something like this together. Because another thing too is, I don't know, they pre-drill all the slats, but I mean why couldn't they pre-drill all the 2x4s too? I don't know. Seems like it could have been done, but just a lot of steps. So far, it's, you know, the instructions are pretty good. The only thing I might suggest is that you read ahead a little bit. Just kind of go through some steps, you know, 5 or 6 steps ahead, and just make sure you're not missing anything, because some of this stuff is a little vague, and you might end up doing something in an early step that you shouldn't have, that you'll find out in a later step. But so far I haven't had any trouble. So get back to it. All right, guys, so here's our progress. Starting to look like a playset, actually. We got the roof on it. We got the side railing on it, and basically the tower's done. The basic, you know, you'll have to put attach the slide and the swing set, but the tower itself is done. This material that they've got for the roof, it's a lot thinner than I really imagined it would be. I kind of figured it would be questionable, but whenever that wears out and tears up, which it will, no doubt about it, I'll just slap some of that ribbed aluminum steel on there or ribbed aluminum. I mean, you could probably do that with like 1 or 2 sheets. Probably get that done. So whenever that happens, that's something that you're probably gonna have to do, because that's, I mean, as soon as anything hits that, it's gonna rip it open. So now before I put together the swing set side, which is the next step, was to put together the beams and stuff for the swing set. I just gotta figure out positioning. This opening over here is where the slide's gonna go, and the swing set will be on the opposite side. So I'm probably gonna turn it this way. That way the slide will go out that way, and then the swing will be out this way. I think I'm gonna be pretty happy with that. And the ground's pretty decently level here, so not gonna be a lot of work. So I'll move that around, and then we'll get started on the swing side. All right, guys, we're making progress. I got the tower done, the swing side attached. It needs to be leveled off. I gotta dig a little bit there and level to get it level. And then I'm working on the monkey bar section here. And then once I get it done, I'll attach it. It goes up front here. And after we get that going, then we'll start actually putting the swings and stuff on. And then the slide will probably be one of the last things to go. So we'll see. I'm losing daylight here, so I might not get done today, but I'm going to try and get as much as I can. Play set is complete.
Thanks to your wife.
Huh? Thanks to nada. Thanks to me. You guys didn't help at all.
Thanks to your wife.
Oh my God. Borra. Pinche borra. All right, we're complete. We got the monkey bars, the swing set, the kid swing, slide. Only one thing left to do is stake it to the ground. We'll do that later. And then we're missing a couple bolts. I gotta go to the hardware store and get some. FYI, if you have stuff missing out of here. We had all the screws missing when I first got it. I should have just told them to give me all the bolts too, because I ended up missing like 4 bolts. But everything's good. So, you guys like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we managed to get it done today. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it. Took forever. Where are you going? So there it is. Looks good. Thanks for watching.